And the mic is there.
Okay.
Perfect. Because this keeps switching on off. So one person
I
has
think it has been prepared.
setting is improved.
So we test today.
Okay. This is on. A little less. Slightly turn away from the face. Yeah. Oh. यार भाई को फोन करो, किधर रखा वो माउस मिला, मेरे को मिला, किधर रखा पता नहीं इसमें तो मेरे को जुराहा धमाहदो गोपी जनवल्लभा गोपी जनवल्लभा टूट गया ऑलरेडी। यशोदानंदना रंजना यशोदानंदना रंजना ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। मैत्रेय उवाच इति दक्षा कविर्यज्ञम् भद्ररुद्राभिमर्शितम् कीर्त्यमाने ऋषिकेशे सनिन्ये यज्ञभावने। मैत्रेय उवाच इति दक्षा कविर्यज्ञम् भद्ररुद्राभिमर्शितम् कीर्तमाने ऋषिकेशे सनिन्ये यज्ञभावने। मैत्रेय उवाच इति दक्षा कविर्यज्ञम् भद्ररुद्राभिमर्शितम् कीर्तमाने ऋषिकेशे सनिन्ये यज्ञभावने।
कीर्तयमाने ऋषिकेशे सन्निन्ययभावने। मैत्रेय उवाच इति दक्षा कविर्यज्ञम् भद्ररुद्राभिमर्शितम् कीर्त्यमाने ऋषिकेशे सन्निन्ययभावने। मैत्रेय उवाच इति दक्षा कविर्यज्ञम् भद्ररुद्राभिमर्शितम् कीर्त्यमाने ऋषिकेशे
Maitreya, Maitreya, Uvacha said, Iti, thus, Dakshaha, Daksha, Kavihi, being purified in consciousness, Yagnam, the sacrifice, Bhadra, O Vidura, Rudra Vimarshitam, devastated by Virabhadra, Kirtyamane, being glorified, Rishikeshe, Rishikesha, Lord Vishnu, Sanninye, arranged for restarting, Yagna Bhavane, the protector of sacrifice. Maitreya said after Lord Vishnu was glorified by all present, Daksha, his consciousness purified, arranged to begin the yagna which had been devastated by the followers of Lord Shiva. Maitreya continued, my dear sinless Vidura, Lord Vishnu is actually the enjoyer of the result of all sacrifices. Yet because of being the super soul of all the living entity, he was satisfied simply with the share of the sacrificial offering. He therefore addressed Daksha in a pleasing attitude. Maitreya continued, my dear sinless Vidura, Lord Vishnu is actually the enjoyer of the results of all sacrifices. Yet because of his being the super soul of all the living entities, he was satisfied simply with the share of the sacrificial offering. He therefore addressed Daksha in a pleasing attitude. Yes, Supriti Mother.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. In Bhagavad Gita 5.29, it is said, Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam. Lord Vishnu or Krishna is the supreme enjoyer of all the results of sacrifices, austerities, and penances. In whatever one may engage, the ultimate goal is Vishnu. If a person doesn't know that, he is misled. As the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu has nothing to demand from anyone. He is self-satisfied, self-sufficient, but he accepts the offerings of yajna because of his friendly attitude towards all living entities. When his share of the sacrificial results was offered to him, he appeared very pleased. It is said in Bhagavad Gita 9.26, Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati. If any devotee offers him even a small leaf or a flower or water, if it is offered with love and affection, the Lord accepts it and is pleased. Although he is self sufficient and does not need anything from anyone, he accepts such offerings because, as Super Soul, he has such a friendly attitude towards all living entities. Another point here is that he does not encroach upon another's share. In the yajna, there is a share for the demigods Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma and a share for Lord Vishnu. He is satisfied with his own share and does not encroach upon others. Indirectly, he indicated that he was not satisfied with Daksha's trying to deny Lord Shiva his share. Maitreya addressed Vidura as sinless because Vidura was a pure Vaishnava and never committed any offense to any demigod. Although Vaishnavas accept Lord Vishnu as the supreme, they are not prone to offend demigods. They give the demigods proper respect. Vaishnavas accept Lord Shiva as the best Vaishnava. For a Vaishnava, there is no possibility of offending any demigods, and the demigods are also pleased with the Vaishnava because they are faultless devotees of Lord Vishnu. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Pashad Deshatarine Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Bhagavan Swena Bhagena Sarvatma Sarva Bhaga Bhuk. Daksham Mabasa Abhasya Priyamana Ivanaga. May I continue, my dear sinless Sudara, Lord Vishnu is actually the enjoyer of the results of all sacrifices. Yet because of his being the super soul of all the living entities, he was satisfied simply with the share of the sacrificial offering. He therefore addressed Daksha in a pleasing attitude. Hare Krishna. So today we can meditate on enjoy. All that has happened is the real enjoyer has come into the place and everything is fine. First, what happened? Daksha thought that he is the enjoyer. And therefore, when he entered the assembly, his meditation was on true. He's a devotee, but contaminated with the spirit of enjoyment. We could not regard Daksha as a non-devotee or a demon. Otherwise, why the Lord will be satisfied? Okay? No, it's not like that. Devotee, but contaminated with the spirit of enjoyment. And this is true for us also. And he entered the assembly, and Lord Shiva did not look at him because he was busy with something, his meditation on Vishnu. And this here is Daksha, not thinking of the Lord being the enjoyer. He was thinking of himself being the enjoyer and got offended, hurt. The world has not been created for our enjoyment. Both material and spiritual world is for Krishna's enjoyment. Spiritual world, directly the Lord's pastimes are continuously going on, and a whole spiritual world, all the facility, Ekala Ishvara Krishna, Arasa Bhritya. Everybody is in a clear attitude, Krishna is the only enjoyer, and we are all his servants. There is no doubt about this in anybody in the spiritual world. What is the clarity? Krishna is the enjoyer. And what is everybody doing? You are participating in that enjoyment. Just like in a temple, it's very clear that dear Radha Govinda, Shri Radha Govinda are the enjoyer, we are the servants. So it's very clean, everything is perfect. But we are in the material world because we have a spirit of enjoyment, independent of Krishna. Spirit of enjoyment is not wrong because we are part and parcel of Krishna, so this tendency is within us to enjoy. Nothing wrong. A spark carries the qualities of the fire. But how to enjoy, that is it. I want to enjoy, that's okay. But how you want to enjoy, that is where the problem starts. So the Daksha wanted to enjoy in terms of honor, and there was Prithak Bhava in his system. That is called Prithak Bhava. Prithak Bhava means independent of the Lord. Prithak Bhava means he's trying to enjoy disconnecting things from the Lord. Savara Jangama Dekete Tanatara Murti Sarvatra Hoy Ishta Deva Spurti. A pure devotee, whatever he sees everything connected to Krishna. Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe Yukta Vairagya Muchate. He sees everything as Sambandha, connection to the Lord. Enjoyment starts the moment we disconnect something from the Lord. An individual or any object in this world, when it disconnects from the Lord, then we can think of enjoyment. So suppose you have a banana, and you know this banana belongs to the Lord. So first thing, obviously you will thank the Lord. Proper means you will actually offer to Him. Let him enjoy. And then you are taking prasadam. So, what is your mentality? Your mentality is that Krishna is the enjoyer of this banana. So, when you are taking the banana, you are only taking as a remnant of the Lord, honoring the remnant of the Lord. You are not looking at it as a spirit of enjoyment, even prasad, just tasting the remnants, but not taste kame aaj. Then we are not actually honoring prasadam, we are just enjoying. And then we will not advance his spiritual life. Therefore, a devotee doesn't bother what he is eating. He eats anything. Oh, offer to the Lord? Okay, just take. Not that I like that, I like that. Then there is a spirit of enjoyment. He is trying to be an enjoyer. Therefore, many temples, what they do, the prasadam, they mix everything. They make one khichdi. Take. So nobody can say, I like, give me that one. This is practically done when Guru Maharaj comes or sannyasis comes. Everybody wants to have their remnant. So, but he will be looking at the plate, give me that one, give me that one. So what they will do? They will mix everything. Now you have. So you can know whether you have a spirit of enjoyment when you say, I prefer that, I prefer that. So you're not honoring prasadam, you are enjoying prasadam. And that will also lead to degradation of the consciousness. Now, spirit of service is not there. Spirit of enjoyment. That sweet I like. That sabji I like. You are enjoying again prasadam. So, Nirbandha, Krishna Sambandha. So, we have to see in everything connection to Krishna. Then it is called Yukta Vairagya. That is a confidential secret revealed by the Goswamis. When Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada's guru, in beginning of 1900 when he started preaching, and at that moment he was the first practically the sannyasi who bought a car. He had a huge mission, very rich Gaudiya mission. He could even afford to send some of his disciples to England to preach. And people criticized like anything. Sannyasi going in a car. It is just like for today, somebody purchasing a helicopter. Oh, this person has purchased a helicopter. Now, if he is daily traveling, what's wrong? Instead of paying, if the cost works out same, what is the point? The utility is the principle. Anything can be used for Krishna's service. But the spirit is yukta vairagya. The spirit is of engaging in Krishna's service. And not looking at that object with the enjoying spirit. So how do you know? Yeah, when that thing is not available, does it still serve or it stops its service? Just like we have a beautiful temple now. Okay, we are preaching. We may not have a temple now. Do we stop preaching then? Okay, we have a nice... I remember a long time ago there was, I think I shared with you, one congregation did not come for the program on Sunday. So I gave a call. You didn't come. We had a nice Sunday program. No, Swamiji, my car was gone to garage. You could have done an auto. No, I can't sit on an auto. Now this is not Yukta Vairagya. The spirit is checked. We can introspect in different ways whether there is developed a spirit of attachment and enjoyment. Then it's not Yukta Vairagya. In fact, the middle word, the nature is that we get attached to any convenience we are using. We become like, when somebody was telling me, as the salary keeps increasing, nowadays, previously, if somebody earns anything, he used to save. Today, as it increases, people get 1 lakh, you get 5 lakh, they get 10 lakh per month. They get used to expenses at that level. And that comfort becomes standard for them. It's like for us, we maybe mostly travel by train, but sometimes the facility we travel a flight. For a person who more salary, traveling a flight becomes standard. Somebody even with more salary, chartering a plane becomes standard. They get used to one level of comfort. You understanding? And then any amount of but how do you know whether we are doing Yukta Vairagya, we are doing that, or we are doing, because when it is not there, do you still do devotion service? We may get used to some level of comfort, but if it is not there, that means just imagine all the facilities are taken away and you are sitting in a simple hut. Do you still sit and pleasantly chant the Hare Krishna mantra? Or you feel, no, I need these preconditions? That shows whether I have spirit of enjoyment in doing with the facilities or I am doing as Yukta Vairagya. So it is introspection. We can understand when actually this happens. Okay. Any facility you have, you got to use some, like it is not there for some reason. Do I still continue devotion service? So Krishna reveals to me, I got attached to that. And my attachment is to enjoy that facility instead of, just like we are eating, we eat prasadam, so many items. Sometimes we just eat khichdi. Is that you don't want to eat that time? Something you want to fill our stomach, that's all. Not that I have to eat that item. No, I got used to, I have to have that item. So then it becomes not Yukta Vairagya. Now the spirit of enjoyment has started. And moment the spirit of enjoyment enters the heart of a devotee, the spiritual life is gone. And it affects, permeates everything then. Just like Daksha. Am I being honored or I am not being honored? A spirit of enjoyment, he is a devotee. We cannot say Daksha is not a devotee, but spirit of enjoyment has entered his heart. And now he's becoming, sometimes spirit of enjoyment enters the heart, then it is small thing, we become a bit envious of other people because they have the enjoyment. Why do you become envious of somebody? Because you are enjoying a facility which you do not have and somebody else has. So, Daksha started looking at the thing on a material plane without trying to see the essence and the intense desire of Lord Shiva to serve Krishna, and therefore being a Parama Vaishnava, being honored by all the living entities. He did not see that. He started seeing Lord Shiva on mundane viewpoint. And because he's trying to see Lord Shiva on mundane viewpoint means, Vaishnava means we should take a bath, we should be dressed in a particular way. Lord Shiva is not doing that. He's not following all these things. And he therefore started demonizing him. Why? Because when you want to enjoy, I am great, another is small. He started having his own viewpoint. And then there was some kind of jealousy developed for him, envy developed for him. It's not that suddenly when he entered the assembly, Daksha got crazy. He had already been crazy. Already these things were building in his mind. So this is, so that means jealousy, enviousness of Lord Shiva was already building. So when these things are present in our heart, we should actually introspect. Do I have a desire for enjoyment? Just like we see, Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada noticed that his disciples, when the god Bhagavatam was made, are fighting for rooms. What it is? A sannyasi, I will have that room, I will have that room. They are developing that desire. So Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada, therefore, he noticed that and he said, my movement is gone. What did he say? The movement is gone. Just he noticed that and he concluded this whole Gaudiya Math built with such a great endeavor, 64 branches, Agni Hoibe. He saw that and told Prabhupada, it will be fire and everything will be destroyed. He noticed that. What did he notice actually? Instead of serving the mission of Lord Chaitanya, which is there, a contamination of enjoyment has entered the heart of these devotees. And after noticing that, he understood a movement is destroyed. So any devotee also should be very introspective. Have I developed a spirit of enjoyment? If I have, then my spiritual life is finished. It is so destructive. And who saw that? Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada. And as he predicted, same thing happened. There was a fight when they were in his presence itself, they're fighting for whom? They started fighting for temples. There were court cases. There were big Howrah bridge you have seen. There were physical fights on that. People running after each other. People can't even imagine that. The whole hard work was destroyed. Therefore, Prabhupada had to start the movement from scratch. What did he notice, Bhaktivinoda? Just imagine. He just saw spirit of enjoyment come. So it is so destructive. Why they are fighting with each other? Just like Daksha. They could not appreciate. Shastra says, Aho patosa pachobi gariyana ya jivagre vartate namatubhyam. This person is so glorious. The holy name of the Lord has come on his tongue. How can he forget that? And somebody comes to temple and starts chanting Hare Krishna. Hey, you're so fortunate, you're so auspicious, you're chanting the holy name. How can you forget that ever for anybody? They forgot that. He's no longer glorious, he's a demon now. He's chanting the holy name. How can you say he's a demon? No, he's a demon. How is it possible somebody is a demon when he's chanting the holy name of the Lord? It's contradictory, correct? But they failed to see that. They became each, demonized each other. And then to this day, the cases are running. It's all destroyed. And Prabhupada did not want to touch it also. He started from scratch his own movement. He said, Asara, it has gone. It's waste. Why? Just a spirit of enjoyment within a heart, of position, power, wealth, honor, worship, respect, destroyed the devotees. Because everybody had it, you have it. I'm better than you. I also want to enjoy. Gone, finished, destroyed. The same way, we should also think, do I have a spirit of enjoyment? Am I thinking, what is the size of the room I will sit in? Then we are not thinking about Radha Govinda. We are thinking about ourselves with the spirit of enjoyment. Gone. Italy. Moment there is the spirit of enjoyment, immediately next there is envy. Because I'm not getting, I think he's getting bigger than me. So that's what Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada saw. They're fighting for rooms. He got a bigger room than me. No, I want this room. No, I want that direction room. No, my room is facing south. I want that room, I'm facing north. Over. As much we may advertise, Prabhupada said, people are angry and passionate. As much they may advertise, they're not devotees of the Lord. They lost the serenity, the simplicity, the peace of the devotee. See, just taking a case study, how dangerous it is, just imagine. Look at Daksha. What has happened to him? Spirit of enjoyment. Now he's entering the assembly. So one of the honor, the enjoyment is honor and worship. So he's, highly honored, highly honored. He wants to enjoy that. Yes, everybody got up because Daksha was very effulgent and he was appointed by Brahma as the head of the Prajapatis. Big post I got, and big post. And he's coming thinking everybody will get up, everybody will honor. That's okay. If there is no spirit of enjoyment, it's okay. Just like it is said, the Lord wished to himself, even though he's the original Bhokta. But he's totally satisfied in himself. He doesn't need your offering. He's totally satisfied in himself without anybody offering him anything. But that's not true for us. And Daksha has a desire for being worshipped, and somebody neglected to worship him. His mind, which is already filled with envy and jealousy for Lord Shiva, and for mundane analysis they did Lord Shiva, just like many people we see, they analyze everything. He not even started a spiritual analysis. This is not right, this is correct, this is wrong, this is right. No, he can inquire. He can always go and inquire, but he'll not inquire. He makes his decisions, his judgments, his analysis, and his conclusions. And then what happens? After that, Daksha also made his analysis. But Daksha's knowledge of Krishna consciousness is very limited. And the limited knowledge, you could not appreciate Lord Shiva. In his analysis of a karma kandi kind of Brahmana, we should take bath 3 times a day. And this is Lord Shiva is what? Instead of taking bath, puts ash over himself. Correct? So in a certain level of understanding, Daksha's analysis was not wrong. Correct? But should take bath. No? He doesn't even take bath. And he has skull all around his body and snakes all around. So there's many people in karma kandi, materialistic level of Brahmanas consider this analysis correct actually. And other people who are Brahmanas sitting with Daksha, they also did not object when he was offending. Actually, they should have closed their ears and walked out. They were also like, in a mundane analysis, looks like. All are sitting there. And Daksha starts offending Lord Shiva, cursing him. They're all sitting. What is this? Simply wearing ash. Just imagine, personality like Bhrigu and all these people should have got up and shouted and stopped Daksha. Like when Draupadi was being insulted, Bhishma and Drona were sitting silent. They were punished for that. You cannot be silent when such a major offense is happening. A Param Vaishnava is being insulted in public and you're just sitting there. At least walk out of the place. At least close your ears and walk out. You say, no, I have to go somewhere. At least try to change the topic at least. Or try to, they were like, they are the priest. They can talk to Daksha, please stop this on. They didn't do anything. Just sitting there. And when Nandishwara got angry, after Lord Shiva got cursed, Nandishwara got angry and he cursed, the Brahmanas counter-cursed the followers of Lord Shiva. So why? Because everybody there was contaminated with the spirit of enjoyment. God. This is not Shuddha Bhakti. Because moment there is a spirit of enjoyment, then there is competition, then there is party, then there is politics. Now politics started. 2 groups, Shiva Bhaktas and Brahmanas. Isn't it? Politics started. Now I'm part of that group, they're part of that group. So just imagine, total destruction happening in an assembly of the Devatas. Forget about down. The Indra getting so angry why offering is not made to me and is trying to destroy Vrindavan. Why? Spirit of enjoyment. I'm not being honored. I'm not being honored. Not that he is dying hungry. It's not the Devatas are dying hungry. Yeah, it's a delicacy for them. Something is offered, otherwise they have somarasa, they have so many things, correct? So, but he cannot take it and he wants to destroy. And then finally Lord Krishna saved him by lifting a mountain. So you see that how much destruction the spirit of enjoyment can do. And Lord Shiva, on the other hand, did not have the spirit of enjoyment. He is being dishonored publicly. He is being insulted publicly. It's so peaceful. His point is that introspectively you understand how I would have behaved. We would have done like Daksha. Somebody was telling me, that person, when I entered the temple, did not bow down to me. You're a Daksha or what? Because the spirit of enjoyment has come. And Lord Shiva, are you like Lord Shiva? Totally unconcerned. And so Lord Shiva is great. And how great is Lord Vishnu? He didn't bother of the whole thing. And a very interesting thing is that when Lord Vishnu was finally, when Daksha corrected himself from that offense, he got purified after losing his head, and he offered prayers to Lord Shiva, and everything was properly done. Lord Vishnu, when he was offered worship, said, yes, thank you, very nice. So is it that Lord Vishnu, when he's being offered sacrifice, is he needing anything? No. Prabhupada says in the purport, because of affection of the devotees, he accepted. Just imagine what sweet dealing, what a world it is. Can we create this world? When you're thinking of creating temples, the physical structure. What is more important is the purity and the sanctity of the place. We should not forget that. Now you just think, if you want to go to a temple, what do you think about? You think about the physical structure. Physical structure only enhances, embellishes the purity and sanctity of a temple. Correct? If there is a doubt about the sacredness, purity, sanctity of a temple, nobody will go there. Correct? However opulent and grand it may be. Just like, do we go to Taj Mahal? We don't go. Because somebody told me it's just Kabristan. No, there is nothing as grand as that in India, as external structure, correct? Nobody can think of making such a thing. But we don't go there. So grand it is. Because we are not really convinced of the sacredness inside. We are not really convinced of the purity inside. That, well, will I feel, blessed, purified, sanctified by visiting that place? I'm not really sure. So how does it help me? I don't go. So many places, there are huge temples being made by one organization. They're making huge temples. But because they say their guru, who is also another living entity like us, is God, in ISKCON we never enter those temples. We're not feeling interested to enter the temple. They are huge. Huge means they're making presently the biggest. But we don't go. Because we are not convinced of the sanctity inside. When a jiva is being worshipped as Vishnu, we find it abhorring, we find it offensive, we don't go there. Even though we don't have money today, ISKCON, to make such opulent temples. Each is 1,000 crore, 2,000 crores. We don't go. Because we are not really convinced of the sanctity. So now you look here, the sanctity, one side is the sanctity of the deities. Deities are always pure. Krishna is always pure. But the devotees, right? That's like when we go to any town, we look whether there is an ISKCON temple there, we like to go there. What is so special? Prabhupada used to say, match my disciples. Prabhupada used to say. Therefore, isn't it true for all of us when we like to go to ISKCON temple? What is so special in an ISKCON temple? Okay, we may go to some old ancient traditional temples, yeah. They were installed by, just like in Vrindavan area, the temples are installed by Vajranath. We do go visit there. Just like we go to Udupi Krishna, the deities are installed by Madhvacharya, great Acharya in a parampara. We do go there. We do go. Okay. It has that sanctity of being the worship being initiated. But why do we preferably like to go to ISKCON temples? Apart from that. Because we expect a standard of purity there. True? Now that is what we need. Okay? So don't think we just build a big structure and if there is news that devotees have developed an enjoying tendency inside, people are not like, then the people lose faith on the sanctity and purity inside. Just like now Lord Vishnu, look at, can we have this atmosphere? Lord Vishnu doesn't need anything, but he is being offered by Daksha worship and he's accepting out of affection. Okay, fine, I accept. But imagine, he was the original Bhokta. And we who are not Bhokta, we want some enjoyment. Then the sanctity goes away. So we do have a spirit of enjoyment, but then how do we execute it? So Daksha used to say that he is a devotee, but spirit of enjoyment entered his heart. Then he started becoming envious. He started doing a totally mundane analysis. And after analysis, his inference, everything concluded. The Lord Shiva is a fallen living entity. Just imagine. Completely contrasting to the scriptures, completely contrasting to the vision of personalities like Brahma. Where Brahma told him to give his daughter to Lord Shiva. He didn't go and check with Brahma. Brahma, I made an analysis and a conclusion, therefore Lord Shiva is totally a fallen living entity. But what do you say? Brahma would have corrected him. But he did not do anything. And then finally what happened? Because of the wrong analysis and conclusions and his enviness within the heart, he ended up offending Lord Shiva. And then what happens after offending? He totally destroyed his spiritual life and his head was lost. And then by the mercy of Lord Shiva, whom he worshipped after he lost his head, because Lato ke bhoot baaton se nahi mante hain. Only he could understand that language, but he corrected himself. And then what happened? he offered worship to Lord Vishnu. And then Lord Vishnu accepted. So he's never losing the hope that nothing can happen. Okay, things can get corrected, and Lord Daksha is there finally at the lotus feet of Vishnu, but after losing his head and correcting his mistake and repenting about his mistakes, he's now offering worship to Lord Vishnu. He is sufficiently purified, even though he's sitting at the head of a goat. Sufficiently purified. The Lord accepts his worship, and he says, "Very nice." With affection, Lord accepts. Okay. So let us see the example here. The various personalities, Daksha, Lord Shiva, Brahma. You see, when Lord Vishnu comes, what beautiful prayers are being offered. Now you want Radha Govinda to fully manifest their presence. Are you ready with such kind of prayers? Why they should manifest? Now how many people are offering so many prayers? They are meaningful prayers. The full of purport, full of devotion, full of clear understanding of Krishna consciousness. And imagine such prayers are how pleasing to the Lord. So Lord Vishnu, Lord Narasimhadeva was upset after appearing and he killed Hiranyakashipu. Still he was angry. So many wonderful prayers were offered to him by Prahlad Maharaj. Okay. So similarly, are we having an understanding, realization to offer beautiful prayers? What you will do when the Lord appears, fully manifested, to bless everybody? Do we have prayers? Now this is, every day I sit down, there's ISKCON, they're asking, please send an offering to Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada. Can't write anything. There's nothing in the heart. True? ISKCON is making 150-year book of Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada. There's 150 years are getting over, and the devotees are making offering. But how can you make an offering when the heart is empty? So the spirit of enjoyment has to go away, and then another symptom will be, when the spirit of enjoyment goes away, you understand, I will totally take shelter of the Lord's holy name. And whenever you are free, you will just be incessantly chanting. Why you don't chant? Because they take shelter of something else. We are doing service, sometimes we are free. Okay, incessantly we will be chanting the holy name of the Lord. Okay, so by various symptoms we can understand that something is blocking. Because of spirit of enjoyment, we may make offenses, we become proud, we get hurt, and we think I am a controller, I am the enjoyer, and then where it is possible to incessantly chant the holy name of the Lord. The chanting happens like one ritual only. Okay, Hare Krishna, thank you. Something to share. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for nice class.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you,
Pranam.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Pranam Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandavat pranams.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat pranam.
Hare Krishna,
So much,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Pranams, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.